Right, we should be good and live and ready to go. Hello Mystics, hello Hippie, how you all doing? Sorry I started stream a bit late today. I had to try out a quick game of Classic League before I started stream, and it went on for a little bit. We are here now. Just played 2 League Classic games, 9-1 on Feared, and the other one enemy member rage quit. Nice. I just played a quick game of AD Scion top lane. The lifesteal is just ridiculous. You can like 1v5 in a team fight as long as they don't CC you. Well, I was laning against the Rise and he was sort of like bullying me early game, but then as soon as I got like my first item and a half, I just flashed on top of him and he was dead. Won't be around for long. Gonna see Spooderman. Ah, nice. A couple of guys at work have been talking about that. Hey Benjamin, how you doing, man? There was, I don't know if this is a bug or something as well, but for some reason I couldn't attack any towers. I don't know if it's like a Scion thing or an item I bought, but I like literally couldn't attack the towers myself. I just had to let the minions do it, which is very weird. Hey Swifty, how you doing, man? Won't get back till 20 past midnight. That's early for you. I have been trying to do a little bit of this Brimhaven alching when I've had some free time today. So we don't have quite as many left to go, but it's still going to be quite a while before we get through all these. Bedtime for me. What year is Classic LoL from? It's like, they've basically taken like the best bits from seasons 1, 2, and 3 and then sort of like bundled them all into one. Do you think it is wise to hold off on training combat skills until Slayer is released? Depends on what your combat stats actually are at the moment. Like, if your combat stats are like 70 and below, I would say keep training them because you're just going to train Slayer faster with better stats. If you're like base 90 melee stats or something, then you could potentially hold off and wait and then use Slayer to train them to 99. My plan is to get 90 attack, strength, defense, and then just train range to 99, and then when Slayer comes out, I'll use Slayer to train the rest of my combats. Chilling, just taking a small break from EverQuest Legends. Nice. Sup, Evaluate? I think on the video I posted on South Promo, the guy exposed himself multi-logging. I've not seen it. Stopped at base 80 combats. Doubt I'd need any more. Depends if you just, you know, like, if you want to train combat between now and Slayer, like, don't force yourself not to just for the sake of efficient training. If you feel like training combat, train it. Worst case scenario, you max all your combat stats, and then when it comes to training Slayer, you're just going to be able to, like, zoom through your tasks, you know? But because I don't plan on training Slayer with ranged, I'm gonna try and train my range from now until Slayer after I hit 90 defense. It's kind of my game plan to be a little bit efficient, but not super sweaty, you know? Speaking of being super sweaty, it's still absolutely roasting in the UK. I've been dying today. It's meant to be like 4 degrees cooler than yesterday, but it doesn't feel like it. watch the Matrix movie. I have seen the Matrix. I've seen all... Wait, I've seen 3 of the Matrix movies. I didn't see, like, the newer one they came out with, though. But you get to watch it every single time I do the dart trap. Wonder if Slayer will release in fall or winter of this year, or maybe later. I've been guessing at, like, maybe, like, early January next year. I think would be sort of sensible and match the schedule they've been having of, like, every 4 months-ish. But I have no idea. That's just what I'm guessing. Newer one is strange. Do they have all the same cast, or do they, like, just make new actors do it in the same universe? Thing I keep forgetting is Slayer is only one actual update after Brim Dungeon. Yeah, exactly. So if, you know, if we get the next update in, like, October, then, like, it would make sense for, like, Slayer in January, I guess. September, October for the next one, and then, like, January-ish for Slayer. But there's gonna be some decent content to keep us busy for those 4 months in between Brimhaven Dungeon and Slayer. Still have Keanu and Carrie Ann? Ah, okay. I mean, Keanu's doing everything, man. He did Cyberpunk, for God's sake. Speaking of, I saw recently they're doing another series of Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which I'm very much looking forward to. And I think they're also doing a TV series called Neuromancer, which is like Cyberpunk-esque. 2004scape is almost upon us. Yeah, not too far away now, like 2 months maybe. I'm counting down for those 2 months because we should get new 04 update, RuneFest, and I'm going on holiday, so it's going to be a pretty crazy October. Do you think the 2004 fork will have Miscellanea, Monkey Madness, and Castle Wars? I don't know, I was wondering about this. Like, can they slot those in but cut off the 05 updates out of that cache? I'm not sure. I imagine they could, and they could just, like, disable the content, right? But it would still, like, be in the game. They just have to make it, like, not work, basically, I would imagine. I don't know. I don't know enough about how they build the game, to be honest with you. Especially as the maps are technically in the game right now. Yeah, exactly. Like, Castle Wars is in the game right now. It's just you can't go there. So I imagine they'd just do something like that. I think we need about 120 more tickets to get to the big 1,000, and then we'll trade them in for some agility XP. So hopefully we can get that done today, and then technically the priority should just be staying here and alching all these bows, but I think that's going to be a bit boring if I do that for the whole stream, so we'll probably go and do a little bit of combat at some point as well. And then when we've finished alching all the bows, we'll look at buying some dragon hides and getting 84 crafting. That'd be a nice little milestone to hit. Hey, Cloudy, how you doing, bro? Don't fall. I actually fell twice today while I was doing this, which rarely happens. Up to easy clear number 442 now. I still need to sort my agility grind out. Well, I think the 1,000 tickets I get from this should be, like, pretty close to 82 agility. If not, actually, maybe 82 because of all the running around here I'm doing. So if we get very close to 82, we'll just probably go finish that level up at Wildy Agility course. And then for 82 to 84, I don't know whether that's something I'm gonna want to like do before the Werewolf course gets added, or whether we just probably go to the Wildy course, or whether we just wait for more alks and just come back here and get more tickets. I'm not sure. You've fallen and can't get up. A lot of that going around in the winter in old people's homes. Still got 5,500 tickets left to get. Jesus Christ, dude. I don't have the patience to get that many. I think I would need about 3,000 tickets to get all the way to 84. But after taking this long just to get to 1,000, I'm not really sure if that's something I want to do anymore. Just doing shades, it's not bad prayer XP if the temple is up. Yeah, that's kind of how I like chipped away at my prayer XP before I just bought like a couple of dragon bones to get 74, to be fair. Just excited to get that huge XP drop after it. Yeah, true. That's going to be a very, just like, massive dopamine hit. Oh, come on, bro. Jesus Christ, dude. True pro gamers out at the Wildy course. That's why I don't claim to be a true pro gamer. What's up, Tom? How you doing, man? You like your nil? You just like in general, like it's a nice looking place, or you like it for a specific reason? Last two clues have been the same exact steps. Hey, man, we take those. Feels good moment right there. Do you remember when I got that, like, fucking back back, like, clue steps in Ardy? That was pretty wild. Don't think we got anything from it, but it was cool. Love those kind of steps, yeah. Zooming. Feels like you're playing leagues. Let's go, you're the best 2004 streamer. I don't know about the best, I'm probably the most consistent. Feel like I've got every single easy clue step memorized now. Is that a flex, or... I don't know, oh, I thought the thing had moved, my bad. Is that a flex, or is that just a bit sad? It can be both, it can be both. Saves a lot of time not having to search them up. True. I think I'm going to have to book my hotel for RuneFest soon before they're all booked up. Honestly, it's 2 months away. It might be booked up already, so I need to have a look soon, I think. just want your Wizzy boots already? Damn, there's no pleasing some people, is there, man? Like, you've just finished your God books. Now you want the Wizzy boots? All the memberships and donations were given with the intent to support stream, so you must deliver. I try. Some days I try a little harder than others, but I try every time. Why can't I... There we go. You're a mystic, so you always wanted Wizzies, but yeah, I've got to book my hotel too. Yeah. We'll be in sleeping bags at the fucking bus stop outside, mate. Got some funny stories to share. I can't say some stuff publicly though. Yeah, same here. There's quite a few stories I like probably can't or shouldn't tell on stream. Intense to be the first ones in on opening. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think last year we got there at like 10:30, 11-ish. And we were still... There was like a fair amount of people before us. But it's still like... Didn't take us long to get in. And then you kind of have to wait for everyone else to get there and fill up the seats before they do like the opening ceremony thing. You got a Birmingham accent somehow? Rip, dude. My condolences to you and anyone that has to hear you. Looked into limestone mining today. It's like, looks like almost 40k mining, 9k crafting, but it's a lot of clicking. Interesting. I mean, 40k XP an hour is not, you know, not too bad, but yeah, if it's like an ungodly amount of clicking, might not be for me. Also, there's only like a single spot, right? So like, you could only really have one person doing it per world, I would assume. Someone called you from a different city once for KFC, they called the wrong number and then asked, are you from Birmingham? Then cut the fight. Didn't know you got 6 XP crafting it? There you go, man. Every little helps. Crafting bad. Crafting not bad, crafting just expensive. Just bring a chisel and drop it all. Yeah, it kind of sounds a bit like sandstone and granite mining, right? Just with extra steps. Hey, Contera, how you doing, man? I'm in pain from one less wisdom tooth, but I'm still here, basically on drugs, but hey, I'm here. Well, I'm glad to have you here, whether you're sober or not, Contera. Mining best then crafting, sub TMS. Hey, what time? How you doing, bro? Gonna do Wildy later? Nice. Hope your stream goes well. Thank you, man. You too. See you when you're streaming the event. Log in and join Brimhaven for a bit. Oh, this should be good. We'll see Terra clicking the wrong plank to walk across because he's high. Four times Wildy Wednesdays? Yeah. Has it been a week since the party hat incident already? Or was that Friday? I can't remember. Have an idea for a 2004scape that we make a TCG website. Yeah, but the thing is, like, I did think about whether it'd be something to do for, like, a stream thing, but the problem is that those things work really well when you play RuneScape with RuneLite, because it can track all your XP and stuff, like, in real time. I think it'd be a lot harder to do that on a 2004scape. Like, you could try and sync it to, like, high score XP, but, like, it wouldn't be constantly updating. Just turn your Taskman into Taskman card game. Willy Wednesdays are for the wife? Okay. Glad to hear you and your wife are having a good time on Wednesdays, Cloudy. Hey man, we don't know, you know? Maybe he's into that, maybe he's not. This is a safe space. Maybe she doesn't and she just wears one for Wednesdays for him, you know? Remember guys, if someone offers you free drugs, say yes, because drugs are expensive. Mostly in America. Drugs are expensive in England as well, brother. How much is crack in the UK? That's such a wild question. I have no idea how much crack in the UK is. I've never had to buy crack. Oh, what the hell, man? The pathing just screwed me. Signs we've had enough of the whole damn thing that we got going. You hold the strings without me knowing. Why do I have to suffer through the thinking? Why do I have the feeling that we're sinking? I need to almost base 71s with 71 prayer. Very nice, very nice. We're working our way up to base 73s once we get this rune crafting level. Whenever that ends up being. I don't know why your message got deleted, Manuel. Oh, it's because you put a full stop between 2 words without a space. It thinks you're posting a link. Glad we don't see you mining essence. Well, I've mined a fair amount of essence from the start of this account, to be fair, so. Although only like a quarter of that has probably been on stream. Right, we have now officially done over 1,000 alks. 2,000 left to go. Which is probably going to take us maybe like another 5 hours, I would imagine. Just over 5 hours. But it's fine. We get GP and we get magic XP. Bruh. Can we not do this today, please? Thank you. Is there a good wiki for this server, like to do quests, etc.? I am... well, I say I am. I was sort of in the process of making a wiki. Actually, I never put a link to it on the... Oh, it's because it's not really finished yet. I'm in the... am in the process of making one, but my latest video basically explains I need help from people because it's way too big of a project to do myself. But for the majority of quests, the old school wiki will do the job, and then for those quests that are a bit different, you can use like Wayback Machine and search up like quest guides from Sal's Realm or like Rune HQ or Tippet or whatever from like 2005. Insert garlic wiki plug, yeah. I probably should just link it on the Garlic HQ page and just put a note saying this is not finished. This is definitely a work in progress. So then at least people can like get to know that it's a thing. Maybe I'll try and add that after today's stream. And then I could put a link to the Google form on it, actually, and say, are you interested in helping? Click here. That might be a good idea. Sal's Realm, I forgot. Yeah, man, Sal's Realm used to be my go-to. Make your anthropomorphic garlic wear a hard hat. True. Under construction. Zombie music quest guides are good. Yeah, that's true, yeah. So if you know Slayer music from old school, he plays this, and he's got a second channel called Zombie Music, and he does quest guides on Lost City on that channel. Let me see if I can link his channel without missing this pillar. Here you go. I'll put a link in the chat. I'm not really a video guide kind of person for quests. I like to just like read like a wiki page while I'm doing the quest rather than like keep stopping and starting a video, but I know a lot of people do like the quest videos. Definitely helpful to some to see it visually. Yeah, there's definitely like, there's some like weird parts of some quests where it does help to actually see like how you're meant to do something, because sometimes reading doesn't make sense a lot of the time, but I feel like I know like the general like parts of most of the quests anyway. So when I read something, it just kind of reminds me of a memory that I've had of doing it in the past, and I kind of know what it's talking about. But sometimes text isn't enough if you're not familiar with the quest. Instead of click the third bush to the north, but not the easternmost bush. It's also way better to do just like text guides when I'm streaming quests rather than just have like a video playing in the back of my stream, you know? Have we VC before? I don't think so, no. I've only really voice chatted with channel members on games nights, I think. Speaking of channel members, I think the next games night will probably end up being the 15th of August, for those of you that are interested. You could be too, with just a small price of... I can't remember how much it is now. Is it $3.99 or $4.99 a month? It depends if you're paying in dollars or pounds. You've got a cool spot. You haven't, TMS. You need to get up the leaderboards with the garlic donos, man. NOK? I have no idea how much it is a NOK. NOK is a strange currency. It's kind of weird because, like, I think I've read that, like, NOK is, like, not a particularly strong currency, but Norway is, like, a pretty rich country because of all the oil they have. So I don't know what they did. To be fair, the amount that Evaluate's donated, yeah, but it's not been in garlic, has it? What's up, right guy? How you doing? Just got 99 sailing on old school dumb skill. Congrats on the 99, bro. I got to 80 sailing and just gave up. I couldn't be bothered after that. Norway imports good. They nationalised their oil, whereas we privatised it. Says it all. There you go. Because you haven't made the garlic runes yet? I've made some of them, alright? We're getting there. I was thinking, because all of these alks aren't going to quite get me to 90 magic, I was thinking maybe we go and craft a bunch of... Well, go craft like at least 1,000 nature runes so I can just alk general stuff, because I've only got like 100 in the bank now. And then also just go and like figure out how many like Camelot teleports I need to finish up 90 magic and just go craft that many lore runes. And get the magic level sorted as well. Might be something we do. The oil was the big ticket. Not looking forward to using my 48k teleports. I mean, it's a lot of clicking, but you could just, like, watch, like, Netflix for, like, 15 hours, you know? 90 magic is big for Slayer Dart. I guess so, yeah. Only take 32 hours, though, but, man, the amount of clicks, yeah. But like I said, like, dude, you could, like, leave your mouse in one place and just get, like, a foot pedal or something for that. Did you watch CSI ever? Like, I've watched bits of it. My girlfriend likes CSI, so I've watched, like, some of it with her, but... Also, aren't there different CSIs? Like, there's different Law and Orders. Or am I maybe I'm chatting shit. Yeah, there is different ones. Which one did I watch? Oh no, I'm thinking of NCIS. Maybe I've not seen CSI. Hey Carsten, how's it going, man? CSI Las Vegas, Miami? No, I've not watched any of them. I swear I've seen one of them. Yo! 16 months! Jeez, man. What a fucking legend. Garlic loves in the chat for Carsten. Pretty much a day one supporter of the Garlic channel. We always like having him here with us. What a beast, bro. New York 2, I think. They all had a crossover ages ago. I swear I've seen one of them, but none of them sound like the one I've seen, so maybe I haven't. They got Washington as well, apparently. But I've watched a lot of NCIS with my girlfriend, and also a lot of Law and Order SVU. Used to watch it a lot with my parents years ago. NCIS was good too. Yeah. Back in my emo phase, man. Abby kept me engaged. That's what I'll say. Still remember when they killed Justin Bieber? I don't remember that. What's up, Ben? How you doing? Law and Order SVU is low-key advice on how to not get caught if you want to be rich. I don't know about that, bro. I just thought it was an entertaining program. Also, it's the only Law and Order I've ever watched. I've not watched any of the other Law and Orders. Because I've literally just... The only reason I watched it in the first place is my girlfriend was addicted to it. In stream chat, Justin Bieber CSI. He portrayed a serial bomber, Jason McCann, in season 11 of CSI. What the fuck? I've never heard about this. Yeah, evaluate. I mean, it's the same, like, people do the same thing to Taylor Swift, you know? It's a bit weird. Like, I'm all for appreciating, you know, musicians and artists that you enjoy listening to, but, like, they're just people. And some of them are not good people as well. It was only a joke, bro. My missus loves it as well. Freaky burger. P. Diddy used to hang out with Justin Bieber? Yeah. I mean, P. Diddy used to hang out with fucking everyone. Parasocial, like us watching the Garlic stream? Yeah, but you guys don't worship me. You just guys, like, rip the shit out of me. I wouldn't have it any other way. Although I say that, maybe it would be nice to be worshipped, I don't know. He did. He used to hang out with Justin Bieber. Oh, hang out with Justin Bieber. Fucking hell, dude. Sacrifice to the garlic gods. I am the garlic god. You can't sacrifice me to myself. Just quickly gonna try and get 74 crafting, and I'll be on my way to Brimhaven. I got distracted once I logged in Mort Maya for some reason. Dude, Kentera is high as a fucking kite right now, and he's literally trying to get to Brimhaven, but he's gotten lost because he's too high, and now he's making up excuses about getting a crafting level. I think that's what's really happening. That dentist fucking anesthesia is no joke. Must be all the more my mushrooms. He was in those woods in Norway for a bit. Maybe that's what he was doing. Said he was camping in a cabin with his family. It might have just been a fucking ayahuasca retreat, you know? What's up, skirmisher? Getting high off the snake venom and chilling with the bears. I cannot genuinely, like, imagine, like, people going out into the forests in Norway getting mauled to death by bears, and Kentera just strolls out there and just, like, makes a new best friend, and he's just chilling with this bear for, like, a week. Although, Kentera chilling in a cabin in the woods with a bear has a very different interpretation to some people, I think. Like I said, this is a safe space. As long as it isn't Cocaine Bear. Just take Henrik's with you, he'll out the bear. True. Nah, he'll superheat the bear. There's a genuine strategy in D&D as well. Like, if you're fighting someone that's covered in, like, full plate mail, and you're a wizard, you can cast the heat metal spell on their armor and just, like, cook them alive. Would be cool to have a bear as a pet. I don't know why we didn't try to domesticate them. I think the Russians did, mate. Henrik's and you should go camping. Norwegian beer hunters. I would watch that travel vlog. Sure, you could get Index to take a flight over as well. He's not too far away. Just go drink beers, hunt moose, and sauna. Because if you're all naked in a sauna together, it's not gay if there's 3 of you, you know? If there's only 2 of you, it's a bit gay. But if there's 3 of you, it's just chilling with the boys. Now, they'll be hunting the bears, not the bears. Shout me if anyone needs a third. You want to sit in the chair in the corner, Ben? You in the middle? Nah, I'm afraid it's either the chair in the corner or in the wardrobe with the doors closed. In a bear costume. Did you see Michael Lentz drop like 3k tickets at once? No, I saw he uploaded, but I haven't watched it yet. Obviously, you're just a trendsetter, Mystics. You're ahead of the curve, mate. You've left me at a crossroads here. Allow me to ponder for a moment. Hey, man, I understand. It's an important decision. Do you want to be able to see and hear, but also have people look at you? Or do you just want to be able to hear, but have some privacy? You know? What the fuck are we talking about? Jesus Christ. This stream devolves into complete degeneracy most... I was about to say sometimes, but it's most times, to be honest. You'll take the corner. Solid choice, solid choice. What's the plural of moose? Meese. No, it's just moose, I think. His playstyle is crazy. I can never do the ring spamming. Yeah, dude. The first time I watched his video, he was just constantly doing that, and I was like, bro, I could not do that. What's up, Jeffrey? That's what we love. Yeah, true. Sugar to follow what we're talking about, something with beers hunting. Alcantara, my sweet summer child. Never change. I feel like we can't ruin Cantera's innocence. Sometimes we just have to move on and not explain things to it. Mr. Legends Quest whirly thing? Oh, the bull roarer. Honestly, I don't. I didn't really use it much at all, to be honest. I can't really be fucked to do any of that sort of run energy stalling stuff. The only time I'll do it is if I'm alching something and I'll like use alks to stall my run a bit, but I can't be bothered to be like constantly clicking on an item like that. Refuse to use any stalling, not authentic to me. Yeah, like I never did it as a kid, and it just seems like a lot of effort, and honestly, it would just make me like not enjoy the game as much if I had to keep doing it, so. The Bull Roarer stalls run energy? It used to, not anymore, they patched it. I think we're at a point now you can jump scare people with the noise again. Used to jump scare people in old school with like the Kriara pet. That shit was loud as fuck. Was a dude in the RS34 that kept getting it out, was so obnoxious. Yeah, then they added the ability to like mute other people's like pet sounds, right? Or there was at least a plugin for it, I think. For the sub thing, you want to play Classic League? I can't. Yeah, we can do. The only issue I have is it depends on who is like turning up to it, because obviously we'll both be on EU West, so that works fine. But if other people need to play on EU West and they're not from Europe, their ping's going to be absolute dog shit. But I did play a quick game before the stream today. That's why I was late to start the stream. I was like, I have to give it a go. It's been so long since I played League, though. I was like fucking struggling to fucking click up like last hit minions. League was your prime gaming era? Yeah, it was always like RuneScape and League of Legends, like growing up, were the big ones for me. And Guild Wars 2 as well, I guess. But played a lot of League of Legends with my friends at high school. Ring spam saves like 300 plus hours for 99 ring crafting though. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to do it, but I just... It's too much. Especially if I'm like trying to read chat and stream at the same time. Like, absolutely no way I would be able to do that properly. Thought Inducted was fishing, turns out it hasn't been on at all. Oh, rip. 300 hours or a functioning wrist, easy choice. Yeah, easy choice, mate. 300 hours every day. You've got 2 wrists, all right? You can lose one of them, but you can't get 300 hours back. I feel you, I can only send PMs when I cross the log. True. Yeah. Went hard on 04 last year, got a bit of wrist pain, now I'm more careful. Ah, fair enough. I've never had any kind of wrist pain from gaming at all, to be honest. I'm kind of surprised. Because it's a weird one, because like on one hand, no pun intended there. On one hand, like you'd think if you've like been gaming for that long, you know, you would end up fucking up your wrists and stuff. But on the other hand, like, surely if you play that much, your body will, like, adapt and get used to it, and you'll sort of build up, you know, like, more strength in your wrists and stuff. So, I don't know whether it's, like, just some people, like, build up a resilience and it helps them, or some people are just weak. I don't know. Same only happened on 04 after, like, 20 years of gaming. Maybe that's just what happens when we get old, man. On League on WoW Retail, it's definitely possible. Wait, what, Wobby? I don't understand what you mean. Didn't have any, but killing men for 13 hours straight. I understand what people were going on about. However, you're supposed to stop when you feel pain, not push through it. Yeah, true, if you're a fucking pussy. It's because 04 is relentless pre-make X. Yeah, true. Oh, to get wrist pain, I see. I think it might depend on, like, how you guys, like, hold your mouse as well. Like, are you guys, like, full palm in it? Or are you, like, clawing it? How are you guys, like, holding your mouse? Because maybe the way that, like, your wrist is positioned for all of that probably makes a big difference, like, on how much strain you're putting on your, like, tendons and stuff, right? Just click with numpad now, mouse just pointing. Need one of those fucking eye scan things so you can just look at stuff to click on it. That'd actually be kind of sick. I've just realized, Carson, I think you're only, what, 8 months away from getting the next garlic emote? That's fucking kind of crazy. I can't believe we've been streaming this long. Is it possible to get additional god books once you've completed 2004scape? I have spare Gothic Sara pages. I don't feel like it's worth selling. I think you can, like, telegrab the Zami one, but it will already be full if you filled it. So, like, you wouldn't get an empty book to put more pages in, no. Went so fast? Yeah, I fucking know, right? Why does this hurt? Says person poking Spike. That reminds me of like a fucking joke I heard when I was very young. Is like, you go to the doctor and you're like, doctor, doctor, it hurts when I do this. And he's just like, well, stop doing that then. Top medical advice right there. When you streamed a mental schedule, it felt slower. Yeah, true. Because we were doing, like, we literally were streaming, I think, every single day, and then uploading a video every 2 days. It was, I honestly, I look back at that, and at those times, and I'm like, I do not understand how I managed to do that, and, like, everything else going on in my life at the same time. Just calculated, and I should hit my 1 millionth jewel ring rub from ring crafting in the next week. Very nice. Good times, we all lived on the hype. Yeah, true. It was definitely not sustainable, though. Wait, have I already done this pillar or not? I don't think I have. You were a tame ginger before 2004scape release? Ah, man. This game makes monsters of us all. It's only natural. Leave some bad jokes for Cantera Mystics, God. He is Cantera. I wouldn't stand for it if I was you. Oh, also, I thought I may as well mention this, little life updates. I think I told you guys recently that I'm starting like a 2-month trial period with the team at work that I want to move into. Well, I've been doing that this week. And I think I may have made a slight mistake in that, like, whenever I've spoken to guys in that team, when they talk about stuff, I, like, understand, like, generally what they're talking about, but I don't always know, like, the nitty-gritty of how to do the things that they're talking about. So when they've been talking about stuff at work and I've been like, oh yeah, like, I know about that, or I've heard of that, or I know the basics about that, I've just been like, oh yeah, yeah, and I understand. And now this whole week so far, I've been given so many projects and tasks to do that I'm in absolutely no way qualified to do in any way whatsoever. And all I can say is thank God for Claude, because they have thrown me properly into the deep end, and they're like, oh, can you just take the lead on this, take the lead on that? I'm like, yep, I can give it a go. And luckily it's not all come falling down around me yet, but well, I'll update you guys if it does. Are they stress testing you? I don't know. I think they genuinely just think, oh, like, he can just do this. To be fair, they have said, like, if you are struggling with any of the technical stuff on it, like, let us know and we can help you. But they're all so busy that, like, I'm just having to sort of try and get on with it. And I think as well, like, it's like, if I can just take everything they throw at me and, like, get it done to at least, like, the bare minimum standard, they're more likely to be like, oh, yeah, we'll take you on full time at the end of the 2 months, you know? So I think I've just got to get through the trial by fire and do an okay-ish job and not, you know, break anything too badly, and then we'll see what happens. Still the same kind of work, right? Yeah, it's just, like, way more technical than the stuff I usually do. So I'm like, it's good because I'm learning a lot, but it's, like, also, I kind of thought that, like, someone would be doing it with me to teach me it, but I'm having to, like, teach myself as I do it, you know? So it's a little trickier because if I teach myself something wrong, then no one's, like, next to me to correct me. Gonna use Claude to help make updates for Lost City. Oh, fuck, I've gone the wrong way. I agree, if you use Claude, the LC devs will like you very much. Hey, man, Claude, I've used Claude for a long time now, and it's always done pretty well for me, to be honest. Don't be the guy who said wolves weren't introduced until old school, Mr. Dulcet. Everything falling down on you, what? Garlic, please wear protection gear, at least a helmet, and stabilize the room with beam support. Yeah, I don't think I should start putting up beams in the office, and if I wore a hard hat, I think there'd be bigger problems. I did kind of think as well in this new kind of team, in this new role, there'd be less, like, red tape and less, like, things blocking me from progressing stuff. It's exactly the same. Like, I've tried to do 3 different projects today, and all of them I got to a certain point, and now it's like I literally can't do anything until this person does this or this person approves this. And, like, they take 3 fucking business weeks to do that. Zaz wouldn't be against vibe coding, would he? It would be stupid not to embrace something that could help make development quicker, easier. I mean, as long as, like, it's you coming up with, like, good results, I think it's probably fine. And Pizzazz always, like, as far as I'm aware, Pizzazz always, like, reviews all the additions before they get added. So, like, it's not like you'd be able to just add, like, a bunch of weird shit to the game. Like, he would have to check it all. But if your submissions were, like, okay, I don't see a problem between vibe coding it and doing it all on your own. They hate vibe coders for real? Damn. It's because all the vibe coders are coming for their jobs, bro. That's the real reason that we haven't got the Pizzazz interview yet. He knows I vibe coded Garlic HQ. If you can actually back up the sources and you double check it before you submit it, which 95% of vibe coders don't do. Yeah, I mean, the vibe code memes are, like, very funny because there's so many people that will just, like, I saw a video earlier today about vibe coders, and it's just like people typing into Claude like, check for bugs, don't make any mistakes. It's like, yeah, okay, bro. And someone types in, who is JSON? Why can't my friend connect to 127.001? Why can't my friend connect to localhost? Even the guy who made Linux is embracing AI to help with development, obviously assuming it's viable and not dog water. I think the thing is, right, is like with vibe coding, it's like if you kind of like vaguely know what you're doing, or you are just very meticulous at double checking lots of things, I think it's fine. I think if you just sort of YOLO it and just say like do all this and like you don't really understand what it's spitting out in any way at all, then it can be a little sketchy, because you can end up with like an end result that's like fine, but it's like more to do with like the security aspect of a lot of stuff. Like there's so many people have vibe coded websites or made apps and stuff, and then like you can literally just browse through their GitHub and like find all of their like secret keys and stuff because they don't like hide them. And like that's when it can get really bad, especially if you're, you know, if you're making like a little website for people to look at online, it's not the end of the world. But like, you know, if you're working for a software company and you're doing that shit, then you will be fired, I think. If you want to use AI on LC, use it to learn or find sources. Zaz will come around to using AI to help with the project when things get tough around 06. AI is a tool and not to be relied on as a main source. Hey Mushroom, how you doing, bro? My vibe-coded VPS is kind of dog shit, but it does work in emergencies. And that's the difference, man. Like, if you're just vibe-coding something for yourself, you know, like, it's kind of fine. If you're vibe-coding something to, like, sell to people or release to as like an official project that you want to stick your name on for everyone to see, then you kind of need to make sure that it is to a higher standard. Hey Army, how's it going? Vibe code for personal use but never for anything that could ever ship. Fair. I mean, I've done a bit of both, but not for anything like, it's all been like for myself, you know. Like I made the Verdant Atlas website and I do have a single subscriber that has been paying membership on that website for 3 months now. But like, if it was like a big project or I was working for someone else, then I'd be a lot more like hesitant about it, I think. Because as will be that Japanese soldier who still fought in 1970. You can't vibe code a restoration archival project because the point is specifically to archive the processes, which you can't do if they're done by an LLM unless it's open source. I mean, it is open source. I have to ask people nowadays if what they claim has a source or if it was AI generated. Yeah, true. I mean, it's going to get more and more difficult, I think, to determine that in the future. Oh, you mean the LLM? Yeah, true, fair. Whole point of the project is to be extremely precise, which AI isn't yet. Yeah, true. I mean, you could use it, like Mystics is saying, you could use it as a tool, right? Like, if you understood how Lost City has been coded, and then you used an AI to be like, okay, look at this code, and then write code for this other thing, and you could see whether it could come up with a better way to do it, or, like, it would be able to recognize patterns and, like, explain to you how it's been coded so it can help you recreate it yourself. That's what a lot of software devs are doing, right? Is, like, they're not getting AI to, like, write their code for them a lot of the time. They're, like, using it as a tool to, like, well, to, like, write code for them, but then they will go and, like, edit the code themselves before it's, like, actually used for anything. Is Jeweler in a staking on 2004scape? It is, yes, but I don't think many people do it anymore. What did you find in Mortmire Dungeon, Kanzera? Wait, what is Mortmire Dungeon? What are you talking about? Live code quality is better than 95% of the engineers can do already. You just have to set it up properly. Yeah, I think, you know, some people are better at using it than others. Kind of what I was saying earlier about people just, like, leaving private keys in their public GitHub repos, but... Yeah, it's a weird one, Dulcet. Like, I've got friends who are, like, really, like, properly, like, anti-AI. And then I'm there, like... But I like making things with it. Like, it's fun. So I just don't really, I don't really talk to those people about the stuff that I'm doing with Claude. Or I'll show them something and be like, hey, I made this. and just not mention AI. Call it dungeon, mini game chest. What? Hey Jafinda, how you doing? Family friends, husband works as a coder and was given a job that would have taken him months and months to complete alone. He'd done it in weeks by getting AI to code everything, then he proofread it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean is like, if you have the knowledge to be able to proofread it and like see when something is obviously wrong or obviously like not secure, then I think it's all right. But like people that don't know how to do that are like using it and then like it's like not secure at all. Oh my God, we fell off. What's up, Kennedy? How many players I used to play but IRL happened? How many people are online right now? Hang on, I need to get to this fucking pillar. 285 online right now. Wait, did we miss the pillar? They just moved one to the west. I think the current team is doing a good job. Optimistic for 05. Got talented people and a lot of passion in the group. Yeah, for sure, man. Like, they should keep doing what they're doing. Like, I'm not sitting here saying that they should, you know, start using AI necessarily. I'm just making a generalized argument about AI. I'm not anti-AI. I'm anti-people using it as an omniscient being. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But, like, dude, you could say the same thing about, like, the internet even before AI was a thing, right? People would just be like, oh, well, this is a fact because I Googled it and read it on a forum. It's like, that's not... You can't do that, mate. Tanner did like 18,000 overall KC on his free-to-play account. The aughts are strong enough with the team to not need AI. You found a black medium helmet. Congratulations, Kantera. I use AI for work, but it often just means my workload is increased to adjust for the time saved with AI. So if AI was not able to create adequate materials, I am then behind on my workload. Used AI to make a RuneLite plugin, and the big problem seems to be that someone will just go make this and then accept that as complete, whereas I tested and had AI remake the code for weeks. Yeah, there's definitely some low-effort AI creations out there. Like I said, like, I don't know how many of you guys have seen the Verdant Atlas website I made, but that took me, like, a couple of months to get it into the state that it's in now. Probably more than that, actually. Probably, like, 3 or 4 months to get it into the state it's in now. Garlic HQ probably took me... I mean, minus the task generator took the most of that time, but the rest of Garlic HQ didn't take me that long. You all will see when Monkey Madness releases how well it's coded. Back in the old days before the internet where you just had to believe some guy in a pub knew what he was saying. True. Now the pub is the internet, but it's still just as bad. Even 11-year-old me could tell how fucking dog shit the original Monkey Madness code must have been. Going back and forth with it for like 6 to 8 hours a day for a good 2 weeks or so. Was telling it where and why it was wrong and how to change things. Know nothing about code. Yeah, same for me, man. That's exactly what I've been doing with the things I've been making. Like, I made VerdantAtlas.com. I made Garlic HQ. I made the sword fighting remake game on Garlic HQ. I remade a little Texas Hold'em poker game. I started making like a game I was gonna try and release on Steam, but it's like so far away from being near finished. It's just kind of fun to make shit, you know? It's like you can have these ideas and then you can actually like have them come to life without needing to learn how to code for like a couple of years, you know? Vibe coding your own things is fine. Nobody's complaining about that. The issue with vibe coding is people not understanding the code they create for important projects. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, Mushroom. It's like, if I was, like, working in a team of people to create something, or I was working, like, for a company, like, I'd be a lot more hesitant about it because there's actual, like, real risk then, you know? I mean, dude, when I was adding in the, when I was trying to monetize Verdant Atlas, when I put, like, the pro subscription in there, I spent so long, like, going, like, double, triple, quadruple checking, like, every little part of the process for people, like, sending payments for it. Making sure that it was all safe, secure, like, nothing could get leaked and stuff like that, because I was like, it's fun having a website people can use, but if you've got someone actually paying you real money for like a service, right, you need to make sure that it, like, fucking works and is secure. I mean, the forests are burning down regardless of that. It's fucking hot. Whole point of this project is to be 2004, though, a time without AI. True, but there's no, like, AI in the game. As long as the end product is good. Did you guys hear about, they remade Black Flag, and, like, there was a lot of people complaining about loads of shit to do with that. Which is a shame, because Black Flag was, like, the best Assassin's Creed game. And all I wanted was, like, a nice remake of it, and now I'm not sure whether I should get it or not. Not that I have the time to play Black Flag anymore, but... all these remakes are terrible too. I don't know what the heck is going on with the video game industry. Because I feel like, because the video game industry are, like, not just trying to make good games that are fun anymore. They're just, like, trying to find any way to monetize anything they can. And obviously that comes at the expense of the game being good. And yeah, like Carson says, like, indie games do well because a lot of indie developers aren't just trying to make a shit ton of money and get rich. They're trying to, like, it's usually starts as a passion project, and they want to make, you know, they have a vision for a game they think is going to be really good, and they just want to make it and see it come to life, rather than a corporation just trying to be like, okay, we need to make the next installment of this series to make this many millions of dollars, otherwise we've failed. Oh, I could be all it is you need, 'cause we are trying. Worked on building data centers pre-AI, used to think it was really cool, and now it's like, damn, did I contribute to the problem? It's all your fault, Army. How could you do this? Wait, did I go to that? Dude, I'm like losing my mind here. I swear it was this one. Used to buy remakes of games that aren't even that old. Oh, there we go. I was right. Although, dude, I would pay good money for like proper old Modern Warfare 2 server that is like not just like full of hackers and people stealing your fucking accounts and shit. Last of Us Remastered, reworked, reshite. I didn't even know they were remaking that. I swear that game didn't come out that long ago. Most of the time it's just some stuttery, unoptimized Unreal Engine slot 2. Yeah, true. You can tell when they just take the basic Unreal assets off the store as well. Is that I can terrorize see there? It is. Literally just re-released the remake of Halo after releasing a remaster like a few years ago. Yeah. Put remakes and sequels, I say, whilst playing a fan remake of a sequel. True. Console died for me when they announced no more physical. Console died for me when I realized that keyboard and mouse are just way better than a controller, to be honest. And that... I don't need this good Terra, but thank you. Unless you're talking about, like, maybe, like, some games on the Switch are fun to just sit on the sofa with, but... For FPS games especially, I want a keyboard and mouse. Wouldn't buy a Modern Warfare 2 remake because we know from the COD 4 remaster they'll just fill it with MTX. Well, they already did it though. That's what I mean. Is like they already did it and like I didn't buy it. But like if we could actually just like have a... If we could have like a Lost City style remake of Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, oh my god, that would be so good. Yeah, no more physical is definitely an L. I feel like at some point in the future, like, it might get changed and people will just be like, this is bullshit, like, we should own the things that we buy. But maybe not. It might take a while for us to get to that point, I think. Sad that the remakes are on the top games at the moment. Halo, Black Flag, Black Ops ports. Yeah. They're nostalgia farming because current gen is ass. I can believe that, to be fair. That makes complete sense to me. Did it after a year with COD 4. Always prefer PC over console. Always prefer the fluidity of moving around games without having to change discs or move around. Yeah, dude, I tell you what it was for me as well, right? Is like, when I used to play Call of Duty on Xbox 360 with my friends, I was like very average. Like all my friends were so much better at the game than me. And I just thought I kind of like sucked at FPS games. Soon as I played COD 4 on PC, oh my god, dude, I started popping off. I was like, I just need a mouse to actually aim instead of an analog stick. It was like night and day. Did you hear they can close your account, delete games if you're inactive 3 years? Yeah, I've heard all sorts of companies doing that type of shit. Bully remake when Rockstar. We don't need GTA 6. Dude, Bully was an incredible game. I played it back in the day on Xbox 360, and then I think I bought it on Steam to replay it as well. I never finished it though. I used to love that game when I was a kid. People supporting the industry whilst it continues to burn is only going to prolong the problem. Yeah, it's going to be one of those things, I think, where like resentment slowly builds up over time until the majority of people have had enough and then demand something changes, and then it probably still won't, but there might be a glimmer of hope in the future, who knows. Maybe some like old politician that doesn't really understand any of it will just be like, well, yes, if you pay money, you probably should own something. And then they just make a law, and then it's happy days, maybe. Right, I need to go grab another drink, guys. I'll be right back. If you've not yet liked the stream, please do consider doing so. And check out the links in the description. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in a second. For you to stay the night, but if you keep saying that you've got to leave, then I'm gonna be alright. As long as you tell me that we ain't running out of time. Thinking about all the things we did tonight. What a time to be alive. Just you and I. Just you and I. Only you can put my fire out. You can turn it all around. Right, I'm back. So I just had to put the bins out because it is bin night tonight, and I will forget if I leave it till later. And if I'm going to make it to this pillar, we'll see. Hey, we made it. PCs don't even have ROM drives anymore? True. Dude, I remember getting Age of Empires 3, and that thing had like 4 CD discs to put in to play the game and install it and everything. PC that you built in 2016 made sure I had a disc drive, and I still use it to rip CDs to MP3s to this day. Damn. My old PC had a CD drive, but the new one I made, I just scrapped it off because I never used it. At least Steam is a good platform. I think that might be a bit of a controversial statement, to be fair. There's a lot of people that complain about Steam just as much as... Well, I mean, out of all the platforms, it's probably the least bad one, but it's still got some problems, I think. I think the last physical like game I bought like on an actual disc was probably The Witcher 3. Oh, I tell a lie. I mean, it's not quite the same, but I have bought physical games for my Switch, but I think that's a bit different to PC games. GOG is a good platform. I did not believe you. First game you ever installed when you were 8, Sega Mega Drive collection required 100 floppy disks to be inserted in order. Wrong one, you have to restart. Fucking hell. Got an external DVD drive I rarely use, but it's there. Got a 40 terabyte home server, so I'm good for a bit. Fair. I have thought about getting just like setting up my own NAS at home and like making my own server for that. But dude, it's so expensive to buy like a bunch of like 4 or 8 terabyte drives, honestly. As well as the whole like racking unit and everything. Got Black Ops 1 on PC for like 30 bucks in 2013. Worked as a Steam key so I can still play it to this day. Nice. Bought DK Bonanza for Switch 2 for PS5 Final Fantasy 16, I think. You got a Switch 2? I didn't make the upgrade. I thought I'd just stick with the Switch 1. What's up, Jared? Anyone play Settlers 4? I've heard of Settlers, but I didn't know there was like multiple ones of it. Oh, no, I've not played that. Bought it for your wife, it's much cheaper here than in the UK. Ah, fair enough. Bought Switch 2 on day release, and to be honest, it's actually legit performance-wise, but I haven't really touched it in a long time. Yeah, it's like, I remember buying our Switch to start with, and I bought like quite a lot of games for it as well. And we played it for like a solid 5 or 6 months, and then we didn't touch it for like ages. And then like last year, we went back and we played a shit ton of Stardew Valley together, Vampire Survivors. My girlfriend got her own Switch recently as well to play like Vampire Survivors with our friends. She also got Pikmin 4, which she likes. What else do we play? thought there's another game on Switch that we've been playing, but I can't remember. Oh, we played a bit of Diablo 3. Switch 2 has been my main gaming system. Love it. Just beat Final Fantasy VII Remake on it. About to start Rebirth. Nice. We've switched over from the Switch. We've been playing Dragon Wilds on PC now. What level is the best to switch over to Brimhaven? Honestly, Brimhaven's, if you just want XP, Brimhaven's not really worth it, I don't think. I'm only really here because I can alch while I'm here. Regret buying one, only play Pokemon on it. Yeah, I mean, my Switch is like seen a lot of months just where it's sat in a fucking like box gathering dust, to be fair, but I feel like I've definitely got my money's worth out of it. Like I've played a lot of hours on it, but nowhere near like the amount of time I'd spend doing other things or playing PC. It's a shame, really. Once you use the Switch 2, you realize how actually shit the Switch 1 was, or at least had become. They really should have done the Switch 2 sooner. Okay, well, that's it, guys. I'm never getting a Switch 2 because if I play the Switch 2, I'll realize how bad the Switch 1 is, and it's kind of fine for me at the moment, so... You like agility and don't want to do it the Worldy course? I think 40 would probably be... I can't remember, actually, what a good level is, because I didn't come here until, like, the day of release, and I was already, like, fairly high level. Does anyone have any insights? Is 50k Essence at Wizards in 7 days good, and 8 days at Varrock? What is it, like... Is it like 1.5k Essence an hour at the Wizards Guild, usually? Depends how many hours you've done a day. Steam Deck hasn't gotten its worth yet. Yeah, I thought about buying a Steam Deck a little while ago, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I don't think I would have got my money's worth out of it. That's the right way to do it, and people realized that with Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, people overclocked their Switch and played it without any graphical issues or lag. Dude, weren't Scarlet and Violet like just absolute buggy piles of shit when they released? Too small to play 3XA, it's like an indie machine. Yeah, I would probably just play like Balatro on it or something, but I can play that on my Switch, so. I actually got Balatro on my phone as well. When I was in the airport waiting to fly to Thailand, I was like, maybe I'll like want to have some downtime and just want to play like a game on my phone or something, and I don't really have many games on my phone. So I was like, I'll buy Balatro for my mobile because it's good fun on PC. Haven't touched it since I was in the airport. That was £6 well spent. ROG Ally's seen a lot of action too. Battery life is just terrible though. I've heard a lot of people say good things about the ROG Ally, but it's like super fucking expensive, isn't it? Steam Deck for portable, Black Ops 1 zombies. But yeah, there's certain games that I wouldn't want to play on a handheld just because I like to have a big screen for certain types of games, do you know what I mean? Like any RPG or FPS games, I feel like I wouldn't enjoy as much on a smaller screen. But indie games are pretty good, I think. Just need OpenAI and Anthropic and SpaceX to collapse and bring down the US economy, and then I can build an affordable gaming PC. Best thing about Steam Deck is you can run any system on it. Play GBA on Steam Deck? Oh, nice. Paid 500 US for yours for the better CPU GPU a couple years ago. Wouldn't dare get a handheld PC at the moment with the insane prices. I guess that's not too bad, to be fair. SpaceX is going to block out the sun with 1 million satellites before SSD and graphics cards come back down. You might be right. You might be right. Yeah, to be fair, I think I read something earlier today that like OpenAI has just had like a really bad year profit-wise. I think their first year they made like 20 billion or something, and this year they've lost like 40 billion or something. I think a lot of these companies are just trying to like funnel money into it until one day they hope it just like explodes and they're like leading the market, but I think a lot of them are losing a lot of money at the moment. They're just trying to hold on. All I'm gonna say is they don't make political assassins like they used to. Probably all me. My OpenAI subscription didn't go through because my UK account went into overdraft. Oh, dude, I switched from... I never paid for any AI before until I tried out Claude. And then, like, Claude was so much better than anything else I'd tried before. Like, as soon as I ran out of usage on just, like, the free tier, I paid, like, the £20 a month Claude subscription. Sometimes I run out of usage still if I'm doing a lot of stuff in a week, but I feel like I definitely get my money's worth out of it. I've been able to make lots of cool stuff I wanted to make. But from what I've looked at, like, ChatGPT is just, like, nowhere near the level of Claude for, like, making stuff. The only thing that it does better, in my opinion, is, like, it generates images, and Claude doesn't really do that. You like Grok? I've never used Grok, to be fair. Never tried it out. I think use Gemini Pro for cooking tips and game help. Rarely use it for anything serious. Yeah, I mean, the only real thing I use AI for is, like, making stuff that I want to make. And then occasionally, if I've got, like, a really tricky problem at work I can't figure out, I'll, like, ask Claude what I haven't tried yet to try and solve an issue. Haven't tried Claude yet. I was going to use it, but I think I'll try Kimmy first because it's more energy efficient. Use GPT for making images and worksheets and stuff, but it's kind of dog shit at making worksheets. Dude, if you want to make worksheets, honestly, try Claude. I think it would do a really good job. Just try the free version to start with and just ask it to make a worksheet and see what it comes back with and see if it's the kind of thing that you need. If I find out Claude wrote your lyrics... No, I've only ever tried to write one song with AI just because I wanted to see like what it would come up with. I was like, I found a beat and I was just like, I'm just gonna ask like AI to just like write an entire song and then try and record myself rapping the song. And dude, it's so bad at making like it gives you like the most generic like lyrics in the world. Like it's like so cringy like what it comes up with. Did you see the politician who did a speech where he said out loud, should I reform this to be more formal or something? Oh, I think I've seen... I don't think I watched the clip, but I think I saw, like, a post about it on Reddit. Where this guy, like, reads out the AI prompts, like, that he's used to read his speech as part of his speech. Impressive how bad it is, given how reasonably well it can write other things. Yeah, true. I guess that's that human aspect, right? That human creativity aspect. I mean, give it like another 10 years, maybe, like, you won't be able to tell the difference, to be fair, but... I mean, there's some AI music out there that, like, doesn't sound terrible. There's a lot of these, like, 420 stoner mixes, and it's just, like, very obviously AI lyrics, but, like, if it's just, like, background music, like, it doesn't sound, you know, it's just, like... something that just sounds like some music, but if you actually like listen to what they're saying and stuff, it's like not good. If you just need some background noise, it's not the worst thing in the world. Old people already fall for AI all the time. True. Seen a lot of ironic posts where it's a quote from artists and the quote just says, "This goes against my terms of service. I was designed to blah blah blah." What about AI music? Did an IB teaching workshop and half of the other teachers consistently didn't even notice or bother to delete the "if you like I can also" at the bottom of their GPT written essays? Damn, bro. I saw a video recently of this, I think it's like a professor at university or something, and he failed like 98% of his class for using AI because in like the brief of what they had to write about, they had to like write an essay about something, and in the brief he like wrote in, it's like on a white background, he wrote in white text something like, include the word Madagascar somewhere in your essay and use it in a way that doesn't make sense. And so because like he'd like just hidden it in the document, students just copied and pasted the whole thing into AI, got it to write the essay for them, and then just submitted it. They didn't even proofread the essay that they submitted. And so, like, everyone that just had the word Madagascar in their essay just, like, instantly failed. It's quite funny. It's like, dude, if you're going to use AI to write an essay, like, surely you would, like, proofread it first, right? Just to make sure it makes sense. Or, like, get it to write the essay and then just rewrite it in your own words so it doesn't sound as, like, generic, right? It's like back in the day when you used to do homework for school, right? And you had to write an essay on something. You'd copy and paste the Wikipedia article, and then you'd rewrite it in your own words so it actually sounded like a human wrote it. If you don't even read it before sending it, you should be kicked out of uni, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, if people are doing that for their university essays, like, what are they going to be like when they actually are in the workplace? There was this drama about a UK scholar who plagiarized his PhD and now Cambridge protects him because he was DEI hire. Damn. I also saw recently, I've forgotten what his name is now, the guy that does all the animations for like Studio Ghibli films. Like, there was like this team of tech guys in Tokyo that showed him this like AI thing that they'd made to like basically animate like a human. And the guy was like, this is disgusting, like I hate this with every being, like every fiber of my being, this is terrible. And all the students were like, oh, fuck. Literally not learning anything? Yeah, exactly. Also asked it how to open the cover on a heat pump that I couldn't figure out for the life of me, and it gave me exact instructions that worked in 5 seconds. Would have broken it getting in otherwise. I didn't realize, I didn't read the first message. The best thing I found with AI is that it's basically purpose-built for logic puzzles, legitimately used to get myself out of some confusing spots of work. That's it, man. Like, it definitely has, like, you know, it definitely has its uses. This is why I feel like the normal perspective to have on AI is that it can be very useful and it can also be very dangerous. Like, the people that are just, like, all in one boat, where it's like, AI is terrible, like there's nothing good about it, like we should burn it to the ground. And then also people that are just like, we should let it do absolutely everything. I do not understand these people. It seems like they just sort of like either really like it or they really don't like it, and they just are blind to the other perspective. I feel like it can be really helpful for lots of things, but also like you need to make sure that what it's giving you is correct. There was a house where the external floodlight sensors weren't switching correctly. I had no idea how to fix it. Dumped all the info of what kind of cables there were. What the things were doing. I think as well, when it comes to using AI to help solve problems, it definitely is like... It definitely can come down to how good you are explaining a thing to it. Like, if you are good at describing a problem and explaining, like, the details of it, you can get a really good answer. If you don't know how to explain what you're looking for, then you can get a lot of garbage. Dangerous in combination with the overall lack of media literacy in society. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that is getting worse with, like, the younger generation as well, potentially, so... Dude, imagine, like, when you're 70 years old, right, and you go to, like, a doctor's appointment, and the doctors, like, used AI to pass medical school, and, like, it just, like, is just asking Claude how he should treat you. Like, if we get to that point, mate, we're absolutely cooked. We still need smart human beings to be able to, like, filter through the AI responses and actually come up with something sensible. Worked with his first-year apprentice. He was born in 2008. Is the dumbest fuck I've ever met, so you can just imagine how much worse it's gonna get. Yeah, unless, like, things get really, really bad and then there's, like, some massive shift in society with how our education system works or how AI is, like, monitored. I don't know. I feel like it's going to get to a really bad point and then someone is going to be like, we need to do something about this. Asking GPT, I'm a doctor and someone just walked into the room I'm supposed to sit in. What do I say to them? But I feel like one day we could genuinely just end up with, like, kids who don't have any opinions of their own, right? So what do you think about this? Or, like, have you heard about this? And they're just like, give me a minute. And they just ask AI, and they just, like, regurgitate whatever it says. Well, AI tells me that I should feel like this about that thing, right? So I guess that's my opinion. In 2060, when I tell the doc what's wrong, and he goes, I don't know, you're cooked. People putting his other AirPod back in. It literally will just end up like Idiocracy, I think. You got a small scratch on your tooth, should prob remove that, or just remove the whole tooth? Doctor, I have this pain in my foot. Yeah, well, Claude says that your arm's probably broken and we need to amputate it. So I'll get you booked in for that next Tuesday, if that's alright. Speaking of, my new doctor here in Melbourne is a fucking Oblivion NPC with a 2-option dialogue tree. Dude, I feel like I've never had, like... I mean, to be fair, I've not been to the doctors for a long time. I tend to just be like, ignore anything that feels like a problem and hope that I don't die, basically. But when I have been to the doctors, like, I've never had a doctor that seems happy to see me or, like, is enthusiastic about helping me, like, feel better. It always just feels like I'm, like, taking up their time and, like, they'd rather just not be there. Which sucks because, like I said, I never go to the doctor. So if I do actually book a doctor's appointment, it's because I'm genuinely worried about something serious. And it's like, bro, I wouldn't just be wasting your time. If I thought it was minor, I'd just sit at home and let it figure itself out. The reason I'm here is because I want a professional to, like, tell me that I'm going to be all right. At Grok, is Dragon Wars the goat or is it chopped? Chat, is this cooked? Skibbity, bro, my round bit below my milkers is rumbling? What the fuck, dude? What a sentence. My family doctor back home, I was going to since 97 when I was in a pushchair. Up until I left this year, he was one of the nicest, most generally caring and actually interested people in our lives. Dude, that sounds nice. Like, I feel like maybe I should just, like, try out different doctors until I find someone like that. Because that's who you need. You need someone that... I mean, you need someone where you don't have to, like, advocate for yourself, like, 1000% every time you have an issue that you're concerned about, you know? Yeah, that was just, like, straight up poetry right there, to be fair, Mushroom. No cap. To be fair, my dentist is very nice. Like, she knows that I'm, like, fucking terrified of needles and, like, hate being there. So she's always, like, very patient with me. But, I mean, like Mushrooms just mentioned, she's not an NHS dentist, she's a private dentist, so I guess I pay her the big bucks to treat me well. It's worth the big bucks, though, because I used to be on an NHS dentist, and I went to see him, and I was like, yeah, I've got this, like, pain in my tooth, and he was like, he looked at it, and he went, yeah, we're gonna have to take that out. And I was like, I don't want you to take it out, and I just left. And then I went, and I've booked this private dentist, and she looked at it, and she was like, oh, no, we can fix that, no problem at all. So... stream chat. There you go, it's saved forever now. My parents are kind of anti-healthcare, so I only went to a GP clinic like twice as a child. Oh, dude, my mum is like... my mum and my girlfriend are always like... if I'm ever like, oh, my arm feels weird, or like, I have this pain or whatever, they're always like, you should go to the doctors. And I'm like, nah, it's probably fine, though. And, you know... like a week later or a month later or whatever it is, like, the problem's gone away. I think like, we're not robots, right? Like, sometimes human bodies just do weird shit that we can't explain a lot of the time. Like, even doctors will tell you, like, yeah, we don't really know why that's happening, but, like, what we can tell you is it's, like, probably nothing that serious. Sometimes bodies just do weird shit. It's like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this is true, but I think I've read somewhere, like, we still don't really know why people get headaches. Like, not like hangover headaches or like if you get hit on the head, obviously, but you know, just sometimes you'll just randomly get a headache. We don't really understand why. We don't really understand why people yawn. Like, how have we not figured this shit out? When I went for the first time in over a decade when I was like 22 and the woman I spoke to told me I needed to see a doctor about my health problem, I was so confused. Like, why the fuck do you think I'm here? Dude, also, what is it with, like, reception staff at the doctors? They just, like, on the seat, like, they just go through CVs and be like, okay, who's the most miserable, like, depressing, aggressive, annoying people we can hire for this role? Because you literally walk in, and you know, if you're at the doctor's, you're probably a bit anxious about something that's going on. And you turn up and you want to be looked after, you want someone to be like, yeah, no, it's fine, the doctor will see you, like, how are you doing? You go in and they're just like, what's your name? Oh, you're late. Oh, we've not got any appointments, actually. What's wrong? Nah, it doesn't sound serious. Go home. It's like, what? Like, where are they finding these people, man? It's always just some, like, proper middle-aged Karen that just doesn't want to be there. And it's like, how are you still in this job? Can they tell me why I've been stuck on the shitter all morning, or is it all over? You typically get a headache before thunder and lightning hits? I think that's to do with the air pressure, right? Peak UK vibes. Yeah, is this only a thing in the UK? Like, just really rude, like, doctors and dentist surgery staff at the reception? Or does everywhere have this? New doc was like that. What's wrong? XYZ. What else? ABC. What else? 1, 2, 3. Here's your prescription. Bye. Dude, I went to the doctor. What did I go to the doctors for? I can't remember anymore. I went to the doctors a couple years ago. And literally, he was just like, I think I think something in my foot or something. And he was like, does it hurt when I do this? And I was like, not really. I was like, what about this? Not really. Oh, I think you're alright then. Go home. If it gets worse, come back again. Like, dude, like, what? You, like, touched my foot twice and you're like, it's nothing. And I'm like, do you not want to do a little bit more investigating before you send me back home? A lot of medicine is still vibes-based? Yeah, true. I've watched a lot of Dr. Mike videos, not recently, but a couple years ago, and he was explaining, like, a lot of the shit, like, they don't really know, they don't really understand, they're just trying to make sure that it's nothing, like, that's gonna kill you. And then they have to, like, try one thing, and if that doesn't work, they try another thing, and they sort of, like, filter things out to try and isolate what the issue actually is. Rage bait attempt, Garlic, you're a shit streamer. I can accept that. Can we turn the tables around? Can I say, Ice, you're a shit viewer? Not even a channel member, bro. But as much as we like complaining about the healthcare system that we have, at least it's not the American version. I think we can all agree on that. I've heard some stories on Reddit recently about couples that have been married for like 40 plus years, literally like getting divorced so that they can afford healthcare or something, which is fucking wild. I saw some guy got like impaled on like a metal rod when he was hiking or something, and he literally walked all the way down the mountain because he didn't want to pay for like a helicopter rescue or something. You're a practice manager. Did I miss the discussion on GP receptionists? You did, yes. Just trying to figure out why they hire the most miserable people to do that job. Heli rescue is like 150k, power to him. Yeah, exactly, but like that shouldn't be the case. Like if I got impaled on a metal rod in the UK at the top of a mountain, I wouldn't even think twice about calling for a helicopter to rescue me. I wouldn't have to pay anything. Die on a waiting list versus die from no healthcare / die from medical debt related poverty. Yeah, I mean it's all a bit shit, but I'd rather have the NHS than like have to have like health insurance. We both failed to rage bait each other. I guess that just means we're just a couple of cool guys, man. NHS still better than a lot of countries, just needs restructuring, a lot of investment. Yeah, like the idea of it and the way that it's meant to work is great. It's just underfunded and understaffed, and there's too many people like that are sick. So it's like a good system that it feels like it just needs fixing a bit, you know? Rather than a system that doesn't work and needs scrapping off for a new system. Ubering to the hospital to save 75 grand? Yeah, exactly, man. Right, I think I might have enough tickets to trade in 1,000 now. So I'm going to wait and see where the next pillar is. Yeah. Let's go double check how many tickets we've got. I know we've not got through all of our alks, but see if we have 1,000 stocked up yet. Yes, we have 1,002. Let's go. Let's bank the GP as well. So 6.7 mil. Let's go hand these in. Money is poorly used. Yeah, I feel that's a problem everywhere in every industry though, you know. Nearly impossible for shit doctors to get fired too. I am going to be reading over that, Ice. When my friend was an FY1, he was sent to get a scan of someone in critical condition and the consultant refused to give him it. Said, I don't speak to junior doctors, send your consultant. Dude, what the fuck is wrong? Some people are just like all ego, you know? And if that's you, then that is not an industry you should be working in. He was like, motherfucker, this patient's about to die. My consultant sent me to get this scan. Yeah. That's wild. Right, let's see how we do with this. So we're currently 2 mil, 84k agility XP. We trade Jackie over here. 1,000 tickets. Boom. Okay, we got 81 agility from that. And we are... What's that? Whoa, we're like 20k XP. Less than 20k. We're like 16k XP away, I think, from 82 agility as well. That's not too bad at all, to be fair. And we're up to 16, 13 total level as well. So... by the time we've finished alching all of these Yulong bows, we should... I'm pretty sure, even if... we should be able to get 82 agility. And then it's going to be a case of getting up to 84 for the next energy restore. Exactly what Egglord just said. Rip the pirate hook. Honestly, dude, fuck the pirate hook at this point. I don't have the bank space. I don't have the patience. I just want the XP and the total levels. So... he will never be fired for doing something like that unless it can be clearly proven he was directly responsible for a death, and even then it's not a guarantee. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, dude, it's like police officers that, like, do crazy shit and abuse their power, right? Like, they don't really... they'll get suspended and then they'll just get moved to a different precinct. They won't, like, get fired a lot of the time. Unless they literally, like, shoot an innocent person. And even then, it's not a guarantee. Right, I think I'm probably done with alching for today, to be honest. We've done 2 hours of alching so far, so I think we're going to go do something a little different. Another girl he graduated with took a dead woman's jewelry home and came back the next day wearing it, asking if she could go and give it to the family. What the fuck, dude? Imagine doing that if you worked in a morgue. Just start wearing the dead person's clothes. Okay, I guess we're just gonna go train some defense for a bit until the end of the stream, to be fair. But what do we go and kill? I mean, elves is the obvious answer, but maybe we can go kill something different for a bit today. Any suggestions from chat? What should we go and train on? We could go to Blue Dragons, but I feel like they're going to be, like, crowded. So I don't know if it's worth. Jungle spiders. Bugs. Water elementals. We could go try some hellhounds. We've not done hellhounds for a while. And we don't need to bank unless we get a clue or run out of food, I guess. Are we missing anything? We should be able to run past the dragons without an anti-fire shield. We should be able to run past the poison spiders without an anti-poison. We've got the key. I think we should be good, right? (20 past 5 in the morning? Jesus, man. Have you not got work tomorrow? Have the week off between the summer courses? Oh, nice. I think I'm going to try and sneak in a Classic League game before I go to bed after the stream as well, so... I have 3 weeks with only 1 day off and now halfway through 8 days off. Hell yeah, dude. Enjoy. I'm honestly counting down the days till October so I can have another 2 weeks off. And go to Runefest as well. Should be good fun. I'll have 2 weeks off in October too. Nice. Are you going to go anywhere nice or just sort of chilling and relaxing a bit at home? Also, how's the whole learning Chinese thing going? Going back to Scotland? Oh, nice, man. Actually, I think you did mention that a while ago, because I was saying if you're back in Scotland, you could have come to Runefest. But it's a bit of a way from Scotland to get down to Birmingham. Just spent an hour not realizing I was in a different world, wondering why it was laggy. Is that what you're saying? Don't think my wife and her sister would be that into either. Oh, yeah, fair. Might rent a car and do the NC500. Oh, nice, man. I've been wanting to do the NC500 for a couple of years now, but it's just like, it's a 12-hour drive just to get there to the start, you know? So, kind of haven't been bothered to do it. And, like, I could, like, fly over and then, like, rent a car, but... Seems like a lot of effort. How much XP have we got to get for 89 defense? Probably far too much, isn't it? Like 456k. For you, it'd be best to drive up and stay in like Edinburgh or Stirling maybe, or get the train up and rent a nice car. Yeah, I think I would probably get the train, or I would just, I don't know, get the train or fly. When I went to Inverness, I got a flight and it was like pretty quick, to be fair. And the airport in Inverness is tiny. It's like, it was so weird going through like airport security and stuff. Because like, obviously I flew from, I think I flew from Birmingham. Maybe it was London. But all the airports I've flown out of in Birmingham and London are like huge airports. We have to go through, like, it's a massive place. You have to find the right gates and stuff, go through the security. There's like Weatherspoons and W.H. Smiths everywhere. It's the tiny little airport in Inverness. Like, you literally, there's like 3 people that work there, and you're like, hey, how you doing? Are you having a good day? And they're like, yeah, how are you? Oh my god, we got a clue scroll on our 3rd kill. Okay. It was worth it. Okay, where are we going? Okay. Third age off this clue? That would be quite impressive considering third age isn't in the game, but I would take it. Never been to Inverness Airport? Don't really like Inverness that much, so probably won't go there. Really? Oh, dude, I thought it was really pretty. I mean, I don't think there's like that much to do there, but like the scenery and stuff was really nice. Maybe drive up through Glencoe to Fort William and do something there, and then head northwest to the coast like Applecross or Westeros. Westeros, just fucking Game of Thrones. Instead of going up to Inverness. It's aight. Compared to just like normal English countryside, it's pretty nice. Been at Hellhounds for hours, no clue. Rip, dude. Have you tried just getting the drop? I've heard that helps. Hey Vision, how you doing, bro? Having chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy for dinner? Classic. To be fair, around the river and up by the castle is quite pretty. Yeah, I mean, we went to a very specific place. I can't remember what it was called now, but it was like some sort of castle or manor or something. Like, it was out in the wilderness a bit. It wasn't like near the actual town or city or whatever you would call it. It was like in the forests and shit. Doing good? Glad to hear it, man. The main thing I remember as well about Inverness was literally like stepping off the plane, and I think it was in like November, I think, when I was there. Is that? Oh, I didn't bring a fucking thing for the web. I remember it's like stepping off the plane and like looking out like past the fence of the airport, and there's just like pine trees and like fog everywhere, and I was like, this is like proper classic stereotypical Scotland views, you know? For wedding or something? No, we actually went with work. It was like a work Christmas party or something. So they just rented out like this big castle manor house thing, and then there was like a big like meal and music and drinking and stuff, like an open bar and stuff. And there was like, they did like some Highland game type shit that I was not really into. Sounds sick? Yeah, it was pretty cool, to be fair. The Christmas parties at work are always pretty interesting because it's basically like we all go to like this venue for like 2 or 3 days, and then like everyone tries to find excuses to... We're meant to like work in the day when we're there, and everyone just finds excuses to like piss about and not do any work. The first one we went to was in Bulgaria. We went to Sofia in Bulgaria. Everyone got so drunk that in the morning, like, we were meant to be awake in the morning and working before we went to the airport. So the amount of people that put an alarm on for 9 AM, and then they would like call one of their colleagues on Teams and then go back to bed, so it looked like they were in a meeting for like the whole morning while they were actually asleep in bed. So many people did that. Hoping the weather is relatively clear when we go. Actually have some views. Yeah, hopefully, man. In search of my rat just got pushed. It's heating up. Ooh. Progress. Progress is being made. Not sure whether to go to Sterling or not. I've never been, so I have no opinion or advice for you, I'm afraid. Are you gonna go and, like, see your family and stuff while you're in Scotland, I would imagine, right? Remember you pulled something here? Stirling Castle is one of the best castles to visit, but I already took my wife before. Ah, okay. Have some sort of wedding ceremony and party with friends and family at the house? That sounds nice, man. Siblings might also come for some or all of the trip. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Have any of them flown over to China to visit you there yet? I know it's kind of quite far. And I don't think you've been there that long, have you? So, Daniel, when does Slayer come out? No one really knows for sure, but we're kind of guessing it will be like January next year-ish. Around that sort of time. Usually about 4 months in between updates, so that would kind of be where it would end up if the next update comes out like October, September time. Castle Wars first, indeed. Slayer won't take 4 months, bro. No, but like, Pizzazz has said that he wants people to like have time to experience each update. So even if it gets done quicker, or are you saying it will take longer than that? Because I've heard people say that they've already worked on Slayer and it's nearly finished anyway. I don't know if that's just gossip though. I don't think I've had this clue before. Oh, this is in, like near Backstory and Fools. I would have not guessed that. My friend I mentioned earlier, who's a doctor, came to Hong Kong with his wife and we got the train down to meet them. Ah, nice. It's easy update, yeah. But this is what I mean, is like Pizzazz has said, like, even if updates are ready, he doesn't want to like push them out as like too quickly. He wants people to be able to experience each revision of the game like for a certain period of time, you know. So I think they'll probably keep the same, like a similar release schedule, even if updates get done faster. But I don't know. Because it will be cool to be able to experience, you know, the Castle Wars, Brimhaven Dungeon era of the game before Slayer comes out, to relive what that period of time was like. If they just pushed updates out as soon as they could, then you'd be like, oh, here's this update, and then here's another update. I think it's kind of, I mean, obviously that's what Jagex did. They did it a lot faster, but I think it is kind of cool to be able to have a bit of time in each era of RuneScape history, you know? They'll just work on 05 in the meanwhile, probably. Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly it as well, because even if an update is ready, right, if they give people those 4 months to experience that particular revision, it means it kind of buys them more time to this isn't the right spot, is it? Wait, let me check them out. It buys them more time to like work on more updates as well. No, I need to go to this one up here. There was someone who wrote all of the Slayer back in 2025, I remember hearing from an official source, but writing it is maybe not the whole battle. Yeah, I heard similar things from a lot of people saying that like Slayer was basically finished like last year at some point. But this is also one of the questions I wanted to ask Pizzazz, right? Is like, if the devs are free to work on whatever updates they want to work on, surely they all want to work on the most exciting updates like Slayer, Desert Treasure, stuff like that. So I wanted to ask him like, how much dev time is going into like the more exciting updates, and then if that's the case, are you getting to the point where there's like one dev that needs to write Trouble Brewing and like no one wants to do it? Read How to Breed Scorpions by Ow That Hurts. Is this in the Sorcerer's Tower? It is. We don't have the luxury to push all the time, not the manpower. They should have released Slayer this week while I'm off. All updates should fit around my schedule to make up for me not getting a rare due to scheduling. Fair. Barris is also like half done already. There's a few workhorses in the team, like India. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. I'd be interested to hear like Pizzazz or one of the devs like properly sort of talk about that a bit more though, you know. Right, I know it's been a bit short today, guys, and I do apologize, but I think I'm gonna wrap the stream up after we get this clue done. Where am I going? I'm going to the wrong fucking place. Need to sleep. Good luck with the clue. Good night, everybody. Good night, Mushroom. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Might catch you on Friday as well if you're still off work. Robin Hood hat calling it? Dude, that'd be fucking sick, to be fair. This might be the reward, or it might be another clue, I'm not sure. Will be, go back on Tuesday? Hell yeah, dude. Well, you might catch me on the Monday stream as well, then. It's another clue scroll. Oh, we're going back to Varrock Sewers. Need to take my pill soon and then the lights turn off. Kintera's a little fiend at the moment. Pills. He'll be crushing them up and snorting them soon. Gilded Hound? Dude, if we got a piece of Gilded, oh my god, that would go so crazy. That would go very hard. I would go very hard if we got a Gilded piece. Goddamn CCP harshing my vibe with these draconian drug laws. They'll be kicking your door in, mate. Not 100% to be fair. Friday though, hopefully I'll be much better. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, man. I know it can be pretty rough. What's an awesome dish in the UK? Any restaurant that serves foreign food. Beans. To be fair, I did have jacket potato with beans and cheese for dinner today, and it was pretty lit. I can't lie. Sometimes you can't just beat a humble potato. Have to make do with traditional Chinese medicine. Yeah, let's just grind up some fucking tiger spine and put that in our tea or something. Right, Gilded Helm, let's go. I mean, I can't really complain about 3 rune kite shields. That's pretty nice. But nothing special, unfortunately. See how that adds to the collection. Up to 32. We were lagging behind on the kite shields, to be fair. We've got 42 bodies, 34 legs. We were at 29 kite shields, so that's keeping the little collection nearly even. So I'll take that. I'll take that. I will out this MSP though, because we've got too many, to be honest with you. Serious question, fish and chips, is there a gravy or sauce like aioli serve with it? So when you have fish and chips, you cover it in salt and vinegar, and then you can have tartar sauce with like any kind of fish really. You can just put some ketchup or brown sauce and dip your chips in it, but you don't tend to put your fish in it. And that's about it. You can get curry sauce with your chips as well, or gravy with the chips. But not really with the fish, just for the chips, to be honest. Tartar sauce, brown sauce, ketchup, mayonnaise, or salt and vinegar, depending on where in the UK. Yeah, I'm not really a mayonnaise fan, to be fair, but the rest of that. I'm not really a brown sauce fan either, to be honest. Right. Like I said, guys, I do apologise for the short stream tonight. We've only been going 2.5 hours, but I think I am going to call it there for today. Appreciate you watching me walk around Brimhaven, Agility Arena, and Alching for like 2 hours and then doing a clue scroll. It wasn't the most exciting thing, but we're getting there. We've only got 1.4k bows left to Alch. Shouldn't take too much longer. And then we'll spend some of that GP on a crafting level and get back to training. But thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe if you're new. Links to all the shit is in the description. I'll see you on Friday for another stream. And yeah, take it easy. Good luck on all your RNG if you're doing any clues and all that sort of stuff.